Have you ever wondered what the most dangerous ingredient in the world might be? It's not sugar, it's not seed oils, and it's not even high fructose corn syrup. No, the ingredient I'm talking about is far worse. It's a silent threat, one you're likely consuming regularly without even knowing it. And here's the twist. It's not listed on food labels. This ingredient is called acrylamide, and it's a byproduct formed during high-heat cooking processes. It's not something you add to your food, it's created when certain foods are processed or cooked at high temperatures. Acrylamide has been classified as a probable human carcinogen by several international cancer research organizations, including the World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC, and the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. This means it has the potential to cause cancer in humans. Beyond cancer, acrylamide is a neurotoxin affecting your nerves, brain, and even reproductive organs. It's dangerous, it's prevalent, and you need to know how to avoid it. What is acrylamide, and how is it formed? Acrylamide forms when foods containing certain sugars and the amino acid asparagine are cooked at high temperatures, typically above 120 degrees Celsius, 248 degrees Fahrenheit. This process is part of what's known as the Maillard reaction, which gives browned foods their distinctive flavor and appearance. Unfortunately, this same reaction produces acrylamide as an undesirable byproduct. Some of the most common foods that generate acrylamide include French fries, potato chips, toast, and bread crusts, breakfast cereals, crackers and cookies, baked goods, and roasted coffee. Surprisingly, even foods you consider healthier, like whole grain toast or roasted nuts, can contain acrylamide if cooked at high temperatures. The problem isn't the food itself, but the way it's prepared. How prevalent is acrylamide in our diets? Studies estimate that up to 40% of the calories in a standard Western diet come from foods that potentially contain acrylamide. Alarmingly, acrylamide isn't just a problem for adults. Teenagers get over 60% of their calories from ultra-processed foods, while toddlers consume nearly 50% of their calories from these same sources. This means that acrylamide exposure starts young and continues throughout life, increasing the risk of chronic illnesses, including cancer. The health risks of acrylamide are quite concerning. Cancer risk. Acrylamide has been linked to several types of cancer, including ovarian, endometrial, and kidney cancer. When acrylamide enters the body, it's converted into glycitamide, a compound that can damage DNA and lead to cancer development. Neurological damage. Acrylamide is a potent neurotoxin. Long-term exposure can affect nerve function, leading to symptoms like muscle weakness and numbness. Reproductive health. Studies suggest that acrylamide can interfere with reproductive organs and hormones, potentially impacting fertility. Inflammation. Acrylamide contributes to systemic inflammation, a root cause of many chronic diseases, including heart disease and diabetes. Why don't labels warn us about acrylamide? Acrylamide isn't an added ingredient, it's a byproduct formed during cooking. Because of this, food manufacturers aren't required to list it on product labels. This lack of transparency makes it even more critical for you to understand where acrylamide comes from and how to minimize your exposure. Foods high in acrylamide. Here's a closer look at some common culprits. Potato-based products like French fries, potato chips, and hash browns are some of the worst offenders. Baked goods such as cookies, crackers, and bread crusts can all contain acrylamide. Breakfast cereals, especially those made from processed grains. Coffee, where acrylamide forms during the roasting process, and snacks like popcorn, pretzels, and other crunchy treats. Now that you know how dangerous acrylamide is, let's talk about practical steps to reduce it in your diet. Choose cooking methods wisely. Opt for boiling, steaming, or slow cooking instead of frying, roasting, or baking. When baking or roasting, use lower temperatures and avoid overbrowning. Switch to natural fats. Saturated fats like butter, coconut oil, and tallow are more stable at high temperatures than seed oils. Interestingly, when McDonald's fried their French fries in beef tallow before the 1990s, acrylamide levels were significantly lower. Switching to these healthier fats can dramatically reduce acrylamide formation. Avoid refined sugars and starches. Acrylamide forms when refined sugars like high fructose corn syrup or dextrose react with proteins under heat. Opt for natural sugars like honey or maple syrup when necessary. Eat more whole foods. Focus on unprocessed, whole foods that don't require high heat preparation. Pair foods with protective ingredients. Certain foods can help neutralize acrylamide's harmful effects. Add cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, and Brussels sprouts to your meals. Garlic, citrus fruits, and foods high in vitamin C like bell peppers can also offer protective benefits. Choose dark roasted coffee. While coffee contains acrylamide, dark roasting or espresso brewing methods can reduce its levels. Lighter roasts typically have 10 times more acrylamide than darker roasts. Stick to organic options for added health benefits. Can you neutralize acrylamide after consumption? If you've consumed foods containing acrylamide, there are ways to mitigate its effects. Green tea. Packed with antioxidants that can counteract acrylamide's toxicity. Spirulina. This superfood has compounds that help detoxify harmful chemicals. Cruciferous vegetables contain sulforaphane, which can protect against carcinogens. Fermented foods, sauerkraut and kimchi, are rich in probiotics and vitamin C, offering additional defense. Acrylamide is just one of many harmful byproducts created during food processing. Ultra-processed foods are loaded with additives, preservatives, and chemical reactions that strip away nutrients while introducing toxins. These foods dominate modern diets, contributing to rising rates of chronic diseases. For example, in the United States, cancer is the second leading cause of death. Heart disease and diabetes rates continue to climb. Nearly 40% of adults are obese, a condition linked to poor diet. If you want to take control of your health, reducing acrylamide exposure is a great place to start, but it's just one piece of the puzzle. Prioritizing whole, nutrient-dense foods and avoiding ultra-processed junk will have the most significant impact on your well-being. Now that you know about acrylamide and its risks, you're equipped to make smarter choices. Avoid high-heat cooking methods, steer clear of processed foods, and incorporate protective ingredients into your diet. While you can't eliminate acrylamide entirely, you can significantly reduce your exposure and protect your health. Remember, your health is in your hands. By making informed decisions, you're taking a powerful step toward a healthier, longer life. Stay aware, stay vigilant, and most importantly, stay healthy.